What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing another top 50 9-hole course in the world. We are at Durness Golf Club in Durness, Scotland. Highly rated 9-hole course. Only 2 tee box options of men's and women's, so compared to like PGA championship level courses or even the Pete Dye or anything else, should be a little bit easier. So hopefully we'll finish somewhere around even par by the end of these 9 holes. Real quick, like always, the housekeeping: Garmin Approach R10 on a DIY level stand, Country Club Elite mat, my DIY stance mat over here with my artificial turf tiles that are put together, going with the Callaway Super Soft Ball again, 10x7 nets, and Home Tee Hero within the Garmin Golf app that you're seeing on screen. First hole, we've got a par 4, 275 yards, up 23 yards, which is crazy. So if we hit one 275 at the pin, it's going to actually play closer to 300. So hopefully we put out a good one here. It looks like this could be a link style course, which usually means there is water on this first one, but usually means pretty wide open and relatively not a whole lot of hazards and whatnot to get into trouble. So we're going to take the line right there. We're going to hit driver and see how it goes. Been a little bit hit or miss lately with the driver swing. I think partly it has to do with I'm still working on lowering the launch and the flight and the apex of mostly my irons, but that's going to bleed into some of the other swings as well. So part of that probably has to do with some of the swing changes that I'm slowly but surely trying to make. But decent swing to start it. Should be relatively straight. I didn't smash it, and it's gonna take off a lot when we're hitting up 25 yards into this fairway, but 220, so that means it was like 245. Swing speed's definitely down right now. Second shot, we've got 56 yards down one, so we're at 55, but we're in the rough, so we'll call that another 5 or 6, so we're right at 60, 61. Gonna go 52 degree. Put a little bit more on it than my 50-yard shot that I usually play with this. Came out pretty straight, a little bit higher than I would have liked, so hopefully it gets there. It might be a tad short still. Alright, we'll take that. Par started off. Second hole, par 4. Got 311 yards. Only up 2 yards this time. Hopefully, we're up 2 holes in a row. Hopefully that means there's some that we're going to be hitting down into the fairway, which will add some yardage, which would be nice. But we're going to aim right about there. Give the driver another swing. Felt a little bit quicker, started right, should come back left. That should be a little more than 240 or whatever the last one was, I would think. 260, the rough probably killed some distance on that as well, but 51 yards, up 4, so we're at 55, and then 10% in the rough, it's going to be another 5-6 yards. We're similar shot again, about 60, 61, 62, something, somewhere in there. Going to go 52 degree again. I almost pulled a little bit left. Should be similar distance, I would think, and it is 1 yard shorter. Another par, we'll take it. Alright, real narrow fairway, but there's nothing really around, so third hole, par 4, 410 yards, pretty far. We're hitting down 1 yard this time, which I guess is better than up 1, but going driver again. I'm certainly no course designer, but if you got apparently all this land and you got all that room besides the fairway, what's the point of making that fairway so narrow? Might as well open it up a little bit, I would think, but I was low on the club face. Not very good with the driver as of late. Alright, down 15 yards this time. We got 169. Nice. 169 down 15, so that puts us at 159, 155. But then we're in the rough, so that's going to add another 17 back to that. So 165, 172. So I'm going to go 8 iron. Usually my 8 iron's 170 on course, so do a nice smooth swing with the 8. Hopefully get it there. If I did my math right. Heavy and left. It's gonna be short left. And it is. Luckily we're not in the bunker, but 20 yards, no slope. We are in the rough, so we'll add another 2 or 3 there. So we're looking at about 22, 23 yards. I'm gonna go 56. Take a little bit off of my regular 30-yard shot here. That was thin. I didn't hit it super hard, but that was thin. Did it stay on the green or go off the back? Stayed on, luckily. That was generous. Bogey, though. I believe that puts us at +1 through 3. Fourth hole, par 4. 279. Pretty wide open again, not a whole lot around, so I'm just gonna leave it there. Actually, I'll go right side. We're up 9 yards again. All these tee boxes, it looks like they're all down and hitting up into these greens and fairways, but back's starting to feel a little sore, lower back, so makes sense. The distance is not exactly there right now. Started right. Hopefully it comes back. That might have just been a push. Came back, ran the fairway, but 250, and it's not exactly hammered by any means. 29 yards, we're in the fairway, so should be my little stock 56 shot. Pulled it left. Should be close yardage wise though. +1, we'll take it. Birdie. Fifth hole, par 4. .333. Alright, finally down 20 yards this time. Could use a good drive here. That was hit better, but it was pushed pretty far right. Still not that great though. I mean, it was 289, but it was what, 20 yards, so it was really only 270. 58 yards left. Well, we're in the rough, which is, we'll call it another 6. So we're at 64 yards. Gonna go 52. Pop that one up to the left a little more than I would have liked. Hopefully it's still on the green. It's just short left, hopefully. And it is. +2, we'll take the par. Alright, 6th hole, par 5, 417. Down 8 yards, so we're gonna aim right there. Try to stay. Honestly, I'll take the rough. We're gonna aim left. I don't want to go in that water. Well, it's definitely going left. At least again, that one did feel a little bit quicker. At least we're getting a little bit back towards that 275 stock number, but again, the lower back. 175 down 2, so we're at 173, and then 10% will add 18 yards on that, so 183, 191. We got some room. There's a little bit of room. Looks like 5 or 10 yards maybe in between the green and the water. So I was debating clubbing up and going 5 iron, which is like 200. But I think I'm gonna go 6, which is usually 190 on course. Hopefully I just strike it well, and it's a good number. Hit pretty good. I would think that would be, it's gonna fade, but that should be pretty close to that 190 number, I would think. Yeah, and again, you gotta remember it says 169, but you gotta remember you gotta add the 17 yards or whatever it was on top of that, so pretty close to 190. That looks like about pin high, just right. 7th hole, par 3, as whatever that is with the neighbor is a lawnmower or something. Seems like it's getting closer for some reason. Hopefully that's not too noisy. I apologize, but 7th hole, par 3, 171 down 8. So we're looking at 163. It's either a muscled up 9 iron or more of a smoother 8. So I'm gonna go smoother 8. It's probably the better move. Tad heavy. Started left, should fade, but should be relatively close, I would think. Guess it didn't fade, but pin high. Left side of the green will take it. Sometimes I get a little turned around depending on where the camera shows it on the simulator, but I think that was left. It started left, I guess it just didn't fade. 8th hole, par 4. We've got 365 and we're down 15, so this is going to play 15 yards longer wherever this tee shot goes. We're going to aim right there. Again, pretty narrow, but so 269, call that 270 right there. So if I hit that right at 270, it's going to play closer to 287. Hopefully put a good swing on it. I hit one closer to like 280, 290, and it, with the slope, goes closer to 300, but I might be asking a little bit much right now from the swing. Horrendous. Left a sky mark on the driver that went so high. It's gonna be like 200 yards popped up. Yeah, 205, and that was with the 15 yards or whatever it was. That was horrendous. All right, see if we can make up for that. We got 162 down 20, but that's almost going to cancel out the 10% because we're in the rough, which would be 16, 17 yards. So I think we'll just add, call it 3 yards on top of the 162. So we're at 165. I'm going to go 8 iron again. Gotta love golf when you think you figure out some things, either maybe driver if you're working on something with a specific club, or maybe just your irons in general. You feel like you have it figured out, something clicks, it works a while for maybe a few rounds, maybe a few weeks, even a few months, but then for whatever reason, the ups and downs of golf, it just goes back to needing to fix it again. That was pushed right. Hopefully that catches the right side of the green. It might be a tad long as well, but it was at least struck decent. Rolled out a lot, but we'll take the par. All right, 9th and final hole. We got a par 3. Water on, by the looks of it, like 2/3, 3/4 of this hole are on the left side. I guess at least half of it, but we're 1 under, so hopefully we stick this green, get at least a par here. 114 with the slope. Gonna go pitching wedge. We'll see. I struck it pretty clean, but it popped up a little bit. It's going to be straight. Hopefully it's at least the front side of the green. Alright, we'll take that. Decent number. Some of those choke down in between shots are kind of tough. Par. So, we'll see if it ends it here or brings us back to 1. This is back to 1 again, so this is where I'm going to call it, and we're going to take a look at this scorecard. 1 under, we'll take that all day long. For not particularly great golf, as you can see by those fairways. But from Durness Golf Club in Durness, Scotland, we ended up with a 1 under 34. Par was 35. Actually, relatively clean scorecard. We went 2 pars in a row, then our only bogey of the 9. Then we went birdie, par, birdie, and then 3 pars in a row to finish it. Again, driver, as you could see by some of those tee shots, pretty horrendous. Only 1 out of 7. That's about right, and there wasn't anything even particularly hit that well. However, greens in regulation again. Irons have been better. I've been lowering my ball flight, opening up my stance just a tad, getting a little more forward press, a little more weight forward. Seems to be working out and making some better contact, and it at least showed on this one. 6 out of 9. Greens regulation, will take that. And then 14 putts across 9 holes. That's right about 1.5, so we'll take that as well. Kind of to be expected with a 1 under. Obviously, without the driver being that great, the irons and the chip shots without the putting here has to be decent, but not too bad. Can't complain too much with a 1 under. So another somewhat easy, only again 2 tee box options, so it was kind of to be expected. Easier 9 hole in the books. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate all the support, all the likes, the comments. If you have any recommendations for courses, let me know in the comments. The course name you'd like to see me play, and the location if you don't mind. And even if you're going to do that, give me a little bit of background of why you're picking that course. Maybe you've played it, maybe it's your home course, maybe you got a hole-in-one there, maybe you got your first eagle there. Whatever the case is, I add that into the notes, and I'll relay that information when I end up playing the course. But again, just let me know the course name and the location, then I'll let you know. I'll respond to the comment if it's available to play here on the Garmin. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the next course.